Good morning. Just another little thought process that I'm running out through the camera. I've just had a brilliant chat with an older chap, a ground worker, a guy that is distinctly Irish, distinctly come from, if you was to stereotype, the Navy fraternity. Obviously works on building sites. His Irish dialect is as broad as if he's just literally arrived, but he gives the indication that he's been in this country for many, many years. I'm sure he's got kids and grandchildren, which is very reminiscent of my father. My father was in this country for best part of 50, 60 years, and he never lost the African dialect. It was always very much broken English. As I remember growing up, there was children, my friends used to come to my house and they would insist that I didn't move a muscle when they were in the house, because they were so scared that when my dad spoke to them, that because he spoke in such a broken English, they couldn't understand him. So they'd always have me there as kind of an interpreter, and I kind of laughed because I could understand everything he's saying. But it's very reminiscent. It's not a colour thing, it's just literally the traditions and how the older generation don't lose their values of where they come from. I've always found that very fascinating. But the conversation I was having with him was freaking amazing. It wasn't going anything too political, but he was just talking about how he feels and how he feels bit by bit this is a broken society. He spoke of how he lived in an area, Oldham. I mean, we know recently of what's going on in Oldham. He didn't even refer to any of that. In his sense, because of his age and because of what he likes to do for a living, he was talking about the lack of community spirit, the lack of Irish pubs, and the lack of places where people can unite and get together. And because of that, people literally drink at home, shut the door, and no one really knows each other in the area. He was also talking about the Oldham Chronicle. I do believe it was a paper circulation that's no longer available, which then is thrusting everyone online. But don't forget, this is a man that's not really au fait with the internet, not really au fait with online and Facebook and all the other mediums. Even I struggle, and I'm best part of 50. Now this chap's a lot older than me, so then what you're doing, you're kind of isolating a population from then getting information. Now, I think from what he's saying, he's a churchgoer, and he's saying, well, because of this, you get your bereavements that you can no longer see, that you would normally traditionally get in papers, that you're not getting in papers now. So because of that, and this is without going talking about the changing face of our country and the lack of assimilation. This man, for all what he likes to do, he's a beautiful person. He's well assimilated into the country, but yet he can't understand socially where the country is at the moment. We also got talking about the younger generation and what he was literally one of them putting the worlds to rights. But the main reason why I thought I'd do this is not because of that conversation really, but essentially where he's coming from. This is a man that's politically not aligned to anything. He didn't speak politics, he didn't talk about race, he didn't talk about demographics. He was just literally a man who just goes about his business. He, for all intents and purposes, has got the ultimate respect for everyone. Honestly, I've got trades that come in my plot that really don't give a shit what they do when it comes to working around me and damaging my work. This man is so apologetic, he made me laugh. You know, from the word go, he's like, oh, I'm always in your fucking way, you know, literally owning it. And I loved him, and we just got talking. But it's how people are feeling socially, whether you're on a YouTube, whether you're politically aligned to everything. This is someone that is disconnected from all that, but yet he feels the same social issues that you and I that are watching this, that'll have, you know, tens of thousands of followers on Facebook, Instagram and all the other social medias. This is a man of an elder age that's feeling exactly the same way. So what I'm saying is, all these strifes and tensions, don't think that you're the only one. You're not the only one. There's plenty of people that are not talking about it, just want to close the door. But if you ask them the question, fucking hell, it'll all come out. So that, in a sense, it gave me inspiration, but at the same time, it made me feel sad. You know that an older man of his years, is, for all intents and purposes, is a grafter. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it in his face. You can see it in his body. He's a grafter. You know, the old stereotypical Navi is one of the hardest working people that I've ever seen for what they do, and they don't give a shit. They just get on it. Yeah, and they'll work through that, bust the glass ceiling as it was. So I've got uber respect for these people, but yet, look, he's feeling the same social issues that we are, you know? So when you've got a population that's feeling like that, then it won't get long before it really boils into tensions, you know? So I don't know whether this makes any sense. I've just literally had that conversation and I thought I'd just put it out on camera. So Red Pill Phil, like and subscribe. I've got some more ceilings to roll. I love you all, even the pissing haters.